Welcome back, students. Today I'll be teaching you the second part of ICT Unit 2, apply basic skills for care and maintenance of computer. So in this chapter we'll be learning how to properly care and maintain our computer. So first point, importance and need of care and maintenance of computer. What we require to make our computer work and how we should care our computer. So that only the things what we have to cover in this chapter. So computer requires maintenance so that the system works efficiently. So like other machines, it also requires maintenance. You might be observing at home that like fans, machines, your vehicles all need servicing so that it can work properly. So if you're not maintaining our machines, it may break down or system failure can be there. Regular maintenance may help you detect any issues at early stage and keep it functioning well. So it means if you are caring a system properly, so it may detect any issues or any problems. It can be hardware problem, it can be software problem in early stage. Thirdly, lot of important data is stored in the computer. Now because everything is digital, we save each and everything in our computer, so that's very important. So it is necessary to have a regular maintenance of the computer to be done. So just to save our data, of course nowadays we are having cloud system, we are also saving our data on our cloud system, like on mails, on our drives. Like example, we are I can give you Google Classroom we are using. So everything is been saved in drive. So since a lot of important data is stored in the computer, it is necessary to have a regular maintenance of a computer to be done. Okay. Computer virus, malware and other harmful software can cause damage to the working of a computer. Now what it means, a computer virus, malware and other harmful software can cause damage to the working of a computer. So what are these things? Virus, malware and other harmful software, these are also the programs, but these programs are man-made. So some programmers, just for earning money by illegal means, they create that kind of programs which are called virus or malware, which can cause damage to the computer. But if antivirus is installed in the computer and is updated and run periodically, they may just save our data from this virus, malware and other harmful software. So it's very important that we should have some antivirus installed in our computer. And we can also install some free antivirus, like I am using here 360 Total Security. I will show you. This is one of the free antivirus like I am using. You can also install this. So it saves me from any virus, malware. It can be any. I am using this one. You can use any Norton antivirus is there. Many are there in the market. Total Security is there. Avast antivirus is there. So these are just examples. A large number of files are stored on the computer. These files can be disorganized and fragmented and may show and may result in slowing down of the computer. So that is also, if we are using our computer from a long time, means many months have passed and we are keep on storing the files. So some files are disorganized and fragmented and may result in slowing down the computer. So what we are storing in the computer, that means our digital files, that are not organized, sometimes disorganized and fragmented and may result in slowing down the computer. So it makes our computer slow. Here the term fragmented means that the file is being divided into different parts, so which makes very difficult to load the file, or it may take a long time to load the file, and which as a result will slow down the computer. Regular maintenance of the system includes installing updates, security, taking backups, scans, etc. So obviously always we have to install the updates like Windows 10. Within days it always sends updates. So always it is a good habit to install the updates, security, and always we have to take the backup of our important files. Nowadays you can use the cloud system, and always you can scan with the help of antivirus. Both internal and external parts of the computer system should be taken care of. So that's obvious, we have to take the care of internal and external parts of the computer system. So these are some of the points, these are important. Keep the computer dust free. Okay, obvious it is, because dust is a greater enemy of the computer. Do not eat or drink while working on the computer. Food or drink may spill on the system. So you have not to drink. Yes, if you are eating or drinking near the computer, so food or drink may spill on the system, on the keyboard, that can damage. To keep the keyboard clean, make sure your hands are clean before using it. CDs and DVDs should be handled carefully so that it does not get any scratches. Although presently we are not using any CDs and DVDs, but if we are using, sometimes with some devices the CDs are there. So if we are having, so it should be handled carefully, so we should not get any scratches on that. Keep keyboard covered while not in used. So if we have the keyboard, you can put some cloth on the top so that it should not get any dust upon that. Okay, now the next part, cleaning the computer components. How to clean it? So computer components needs proper care to last longer. Preventive maintenance increases the life of the components. So yes, we have to care it properly, and preventive maintenance is required, which can increase the life of the components. The example is been given. If the cable is damaged but still working, it should be replaced. Yes, sometimes what happens, many people, they are using the computers and the cable is damaged, still they are using. So we should not use it. Better we should replace. Secondly, fan in the CPU helps to cool down. So that is a very important part, hardware part in CPU, central processing unit, because when the CPU is working, it's get heated while working, and if the cooling fan is blocked, if it is not working, so that CPU will be get heated, and due to, if the heat is more, it can damage, hardware part can be damaged, or it can easily catch fire also. So therefore regular inspection of the components is required. We have to check the hardware parts also. So this increases the lifetime of the hardware. So general precautions to be taken while cleaning the computer components are. So dear students, you have to learn all these things, you have to go through, you have to read it, because it can be asked in the exams. Always power off the computer system before cleaning. So that I think you know very well. We have to power off the computer system. Never spray cleaning fluid directly on the component of the computer. First spray the liquid on the cloth and then wipe the component. Directly never spray fluid. So that's obvious. So first spray the liquid on the cloth and then wipe the component, because directly if you are spraying the fluid, it can damage the hardware part. Do not allow the cleaning liquid to drip near the circuit board, because if you are just using the liquid directly, and if that liquid directly comes with the contact of the circuit board, it can damage the hardware part or the motherboard, which is the important part of the CPU. So try to use anti-static wristwatch, that is a band. Although some hardware person they use it, because it helps to prevent building up of static electricity near the electronic device. So we can use anti-static wristband. So obviously you will not use, but the hardware persons like continuously they are using to repair the computers, so they use sometimes anti-static wristband. So let's try discuss the need and care of maintenance of the computer. This question can be raised, it can be asked. Let's discuss how to clean some common peripheral devices of a computer. So this can also be there. Then the next topic is computer monitor. Computer monitor, your LED display part, To clean the computer monitor, you use a soft lint free cloth like cotton and water or special cleaning liquid. So you can use that to clean it. So to wipe off the dust, you should not spray water or cleaning liquid directly on the computer monitor. So directly you have not to spray the water, that can damage it. So because through the seams the water can go inside, it may move inside. Spray water or cleaning liquid on the cloth and gently wipe the computer monitor. So simply you have to clean with the cloth, soft cloth. Then liquid. Dirt and dust can cause damage to the computer. Yes, computer also, then afterwards keyboard also. Keys of a keyboard may not function properly if dirt enters the keys, because when in a keyboard, if you'll see, plenty of keys are there. By default 104 keys are there, in between spaces are there, so from there the dust can goes inside. So you have to remove that dust, because otherwise it will not work properly. You have to remove it. So you should always clean the keyboard periodically by holding upside down and shaking it. So means you can hold the keyboard in your hand and just vertically or horizontally you can move, so that the dust comes out. And then as shown in the image, in this image as it is shown, in a hand you can hold the cloth like this and you can clean the keys. You can also clean it by blowing it with compressed air. You can also blow it with the compressed air. Then after this, use a damp lint free cloth to clean top of the keys. As it is shown in the image, you can also clean it, or some liquid cleaner you can use. Then the optical mouse. You can clean the bottom of optical mouse with the clean lint free cloth. Lens area can be cleaned by blowing air or cotton swab. So it's also simple, you can do that. Digital camera. Never touch the lens of the camera, digital camera. To remove the dust, you should use soft lens brush or wipe with a soft dry cloth, because otherwise you may create scratches on the lens, and once the lens have scratches, you can't take the clear pic. So this also clear. Never put the fluid directly on the lens. CD DVDs, earlier also I have explained. Keep CD DVDs in a proper case to prevent damage. If there is some dust on the CD and DVD, it may not work at all. Yes, if you are using the CD or DVD and some dust comes on the top of it, it may not work properly. Even the fingerprints and dirt can be removed by lightly rubbing with a clean lint free cloth. So that's obvious. If a dirt is hard to remove, you can use special cleaning fluid. Put the drop of fluid on a swab of cotton and gently rub on the media. So you can just put a drop of fluid on a cloth, and then with that you can just clean the media of CD or DVD, whatever you are using. So question, let's try it. Demonstrate the procedure for cleaning the components of a computer system and other peripheral devices. So that can be done. You have to open the computer if you are using at home, and like keyboard is easy, mouse is easy, camera is easy. You can just do that. Preparing maintenance schedule. Regular maintenance of the computer system is very important. Some of the maintenance activities are, so we have to cover that. Keep the components of the computer like keyboard, mouse, monitor, etc. clean. Yes, that's obvious. Second, replace hardware that is not functioning properly. We have to replace the hardware which is not working properly. Third point, keep food items away from the computer. Never eat in front of the computer. Cables and cords should not messed up very nicely. The cables, the wires should be kept. Removing unauthorized software from the computer. So the software which you are not used, which is not authorized, pirated softwares, so that can damage the computer. We should not keep it on the computer. We should remove that. Taking regular backup of the data what is important for you. You can always keep a regular backup, or you can just upload it on your Google Drive or some other drive options on your mail. You can always keep that. or on your pen drive. Ensure backups are working properly by periodically restoring or checking of data. So you have to see that proper backups should be taken and periodically restoring or checking of the data should be done. You should use external hard drive for backup of the data. So either you can use pen drives with larger capacities or external hard drive. Run antivirus periodically. Keep antivirus software up to date, that's obvious. Do not overcharge the batteries. If you are having UPS along with you and it is having batteries, don't overcharge that. Do not block the vents of the CPUs from where the air is going. Don't block it. Always shut down the computer properly. Don't directly shut it down because it can corrupt the antivirus. Regular scans should be done to check for virus, malware, etc. Earlier also we have discussed, so I'll not discuss it again. An effective antivirus software should be installed on your computer. So antivirus example I have given. You can install any effective antivirus, whichever you feel is okay for you. So it can detect new viruses. Few examples already I have told earlier of antivirus. Full system scan should be done periodically. It can be week afterwards or after 10 days, something you can decide, and then periodically you should go for the full system scan. A regular disk defragmentation should be done to remove all unnecessary information that slows down the computer. So this is also important. Disk defragmentation done at regular intervals, so it will arrange all the parts of the file properly so that computer works in a faster mode. Take regular backup of the data. Earlier also I've discussed. In the case of data is lost due to any reason, system failure, virus, etc., you can easily retrieve your data. Suppose in your computer due to some virus attack, your system is not working, your data is corrupted, so always you have the option to restore your data, and that can only be done if you are regularly backing up your data. System should be upgraded with new updates that were not there at the time of purchase, like increasing RAM to improve the performance. Obviously, like presently if you are having hard disk we are using, and as the Windows 10 is releasing updates, so if you are using simple hard disk, system will get slow. So just to improve the efficiency, there is a need of NVM, installing of NVM or SSD, which makes computer more faster, and also you can increase the RAM of the computer, that can also make our computer more faster. Then storage space should also be increased, like we are using nowadays mobile. Earlier 1 GB RAM was there, then 2 GB, nowadays 6 GB, 8 GB, even 12 GB. So slowly and slowly, according to the time, we have to improve the hardware and storage parts. The same way for a computer also. If you are getting some disk errors, then make sure that the temporary internet files are deleted from time to time. Software should be updated regularly so that it works with maximum efficiency. So discuss the importance and need of care or maintenance of a computer. Discuss how to clean different components of the computer system. So there are some questions that can be discussed in computer lab when we have the class. So what is the possible cause of slowing down the computer? That can be discussed. Why computer should be, keyboard should be covered. What general precautions should be take while cleaning the computer components? What precautions? List some of the maintenance activities for the computer system. Why regular disk defragmentation should be done? So next topic is protecting computer against viruses. So protecting computer against viruses. So this will be the last topic today I am covering in this tutorial, because my tutorial is getting too lengthy. So other part I'll be covering in the new tutorial. So protecting against viruses. A computer virus, what is a computer virus? Firstly, a computer virus is a software program that attaches itself to other programs and alters their behavior. So a computer virus, as earlier I have told, it is a software program. Now these programs are also developed by the programmers. So little naughty programmers, I should say. Now these programs can damage our computers. A virus may or may not be destructive, but mostly they are destructive. So sometimes they are attaching with the files and makes our files of no use. Some viruses erase data, whole data has been erased, or corrupt programs. You might have heard earlier also some of the virus, and sometimes the names are coming in the media, and when the system is corrupted, that time the programmers who had made this virus, they ask for lump sum money or large amount of monies to restore the data of the computer. So so they actually damage the file, so that's why we need antivirus. So virus is an acronym for vital information resource under siege. So whenever the virus is made, that means the program is made, and when it comes in the market, then the persons or the companies who makes the antivirus, they research for that program, and then they creates the cure programs that which can detect that virus, that means the harmful program, and can remove the effect of the program. So that is the role of antivirus. When the antivirus enter the computer system, it makes copies of itself. एक तो duplicate बना लेता है, continuously making the duplicates which it is programmed for. Some viruses get activated at a certain date of time. So sometimes the virus sleeps, and after a certain time it activates according to the date and time. Virus also attaches to the file stored on the computer or the storage media and harm these files. So they get attached to the files which are stored in the computer and the storage media and harm that files. That means can delete the file or change the extension of the files. A virus may get attached to the email messages and spread from one computer to another. With the help of internet, it can be shared to another computers also. A computer virus can infect only the software and not the hardware. So that's obvious, it can't attack the hardware. But computer may stop working, yes, because if the system gets corrupted, that means the software, the hardware will be of no use. Computer can get affected with virus in any of the following ways. The proper following ways what can be: infected files, infected pen drives, that means the file will be infected. Infected pen drives, when we put the pen drive inside the computer, so that pen drive will also be affected because that virus will copy it in that pen drive also. Infected CD-ROMs, so if you are writing any CD-ROM or DVD-ROMs, that will also be affected. Through infected file attachments of emails, so if you are sending any files through emails, so that virus will also attach to the email, and it will attach itself, and wherever the email is going and that person is opening the email, that attachment will have that virus, and that can affect others also, other computers also. But what it can't do, what the computer virus cannot do, so this is also important, you should know it. It cannot affect any CD or DVD if they are closed for writing. If you are purchasing any CD or DVD on which you can't write, nothing will be affected upon that CD or DVD. You can't do anything upon that. The virus can't do because it can't write, which is closed, which you can't write. It cannot infect a computer hardware like keyboard, mouse, etc. So it can't do anything upon these hardware parts. How do we know that a computer is infected with virus? So that is a very important point. How do we know? Sometimes computers show strange behavior. Some of the common signs of a virus attack are, so these are the some important points. Computer runs very slowly. So you might note that earlier your computer was very fast, now it's very slow. There is a change in the file size. Suppose your file earlier it was showing in KBs, now it is showing in MBs or GBs. Computer often stops responding, it may not listen to you. There is an increase of number of files. Earlier the file was very less, now plenty of files are there or it's been duplicated. Unusual error messages appears on the screen. Computer restarts on its own because you have not restarting, it's restarting on its own. That means some problem is there. So discussing the difference between human virus and computer virus. So that can be discussed in the class. Discuss various signs that indicate the computer is infected with virus. Discuss various ways in which computer may get infected with virus. So that all been discussed. Still we can discuss in the class. So I am stopping my tutorial here only, and in second part I'll be continuing the rest of the chapter. So till then, bye.